The feeling of exclusivity gets even stronger with every step. At one point, the instructor even lifted my feet so I could really sense how rigid the body structure is. The entire vehicle is completely submerged in water. A quick shout out to our automotive partner in China for sharing this video and helping make it possible. Thank you for your support. Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from motortorque. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest automotive news, reviews, and industry updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. Hi everyone, good morning. Today we're here to take the Freelander out for a test drive. Before we get behind the wheel, I want to talk about the color of this particular car. It's a large SUV, but it also brings in quite a few stylish design touches. This shade is the first limited edition color called Golden Yellow. You can see the same color theme carried through the brake calipers, the logos, and even the interior, creating a consistent look from the outside in. The first limited edition is available in 3 colors: yellow, purple, and matte silver. Overall, they give the vehicle a young, lively, and energetic character. Another thing that's immediately noticeable is just how imposing this SUV looks. It's about 1.9 meters tall and 2 meters wide. During our previous shoot, when I stood in front of the car, some viewers even joked in the comments that I looked like a tiny figurine next to it. There's also a fun little design feature I want to point out. The pixel lights can actually be customized. You can display whatever you want. For example, putting the words "Go for it" right here makes the whole car feel even more personalized and exclusive. All right, now we're sitting inside the car, and as a vehicle from this new energy era, the experience feels quite different. We'll start by taking it onto the highway. From the independent second-row seats and electric armrests to the refrigerator-style footrests in the front and the third-row seating that's there when you need the extra space, the whole setup has a very comfortable, family-oriented feel. But for me, the feature that stands out the most is definitely up front. Just look at this telescoping screen in the front row. It's something I rarely come across in an SUV. Now let's talk about what the car has under the hood and in terms of its technology. The entire lineup comes with dual-motor 4-wheel drive, an 800-volt platform, and support for 6C fast charging. It's also equipped with a 60 kilowatt-hour battery and a 1.5T range extender. What makes it especially interesting is the LiDAR system. There are 30 high-resolution sensors working with Huawei ADAS, along with an 896-line LiDAR. So when it comes to driver assistance technology, this is definitely one of the areas we were most excited to put to the test. Unfortunately, we weren't able to experience that part this time, but I suppose a little disappointment along the way gives us something to look forward to. Hopefully that means we can have a much more detailed experience with it on our next visit. For now, let's put on a song we normally listen to and see how the car feels. You see, whenever I'm driving, one thing I pay a lot of attention to is sound quality. After all, the audio system is something that's with you for practically the entire journey. Overall, once you're behind the wheel, it definitely feels like you're driving a large vehicle, and that gives it a certain sense of presence and superiority. The steering feels precise, and the throttle response is quite good as well. If I had to make one suggestion, though, I'd say improving the sound insulation would make the overall driving experience even better. When it comes to the features, there's one that really stands out: the 2-speed automatic transmission. That's quite uncommon in this class, especially for a vehicle at this price point. What it does is give you more precise control over power delivery, while also making the transition between power outputs smoother. When you're climbing a hill or dealing with complicated terrain where you need more torque, this setup gives you better control. Put simply, the higher gear is better for comfort and lower fuel consumption, while the lower gear delivers more torque and gives the vehicle stronger off-road performance. Since the car has this kind of capability, we obviously have to take it onto the test track and see what it can really do. All right, let's turn around and give it a try. The uphill section here has a 75-degree incline, while the downhill section is 35 degrees. Just looking at it, you can tell how steep it is. When you're going uphill, the vehicle almost feels like it's standing vertically. Then, when we head back down the 35-degree slope, we can try the hill descent control. It's switched on now, and you can see the vehicle beginning to move downhill by itself. Now I'm going to try the steep hill descent control. I can still use the brakes if necessary. In fact, the instructor even lifted my foot to let me experience the system working completely on its own. And the control is very steady, really steady. The vehicle comes down slowly and smoothly, maintaining an even pace the entire way. All right, next up is the cross-axle section. We've just done another interesting test. We opened all the doors and left the vehicle stationary so we could feel how rigid the body structure is. Now it's time to test the vehicle's water weighting ability. The maximum weighting depth claimed for this vehicle is 900 millimeters, while the water we're driving through here is 700 millimeters. From where I'm sitting, it honestly feels like the entire car has disappeared underwater. But in reality, we're only at around 600 millimeters of water depth, so there's still plenty of clearance and a significant safety margin. So, we've seen that it can handle steep climbs and water crossings. Now let's switch on the all-terrain mode. The system can intelligently identify the type of road surface. It recognizes the soft surface, right? Yes, then it adjusts the driving mode and braking strategy accordingly. You can actually see the changes happening on the display. It's almost as if the cameras and chassis are working together to sense the terrain and automatically select the appropriate driving mode. That makes outdoor off-roading much easier. Up ahead, we've got a rocky section. The vehicle immediately identifies it as a rocky road surface and displays that information on the screen. At this point, all we really need to do is keep the steering wheel steady and let the vehicle handle the rest. All right, let's keep moving. Now the system has detected a deep, muddy section, and the driving mode has automatically changed to deep mud. The combination of the all-terrain capability and this intelligent technology works quite well. But what impressed me most in the end was the intelligent all-terrain system. It combines new energy sensing and computing capabilities with LiDAR and cameras to predict the terrain ahead. Before we even reach a particular section of road, the vehicle has already detected what kind of surface we're about to encounter and switched to the appropriate driving mode. There are 9 different driving modes in total, and they can be changed freely depending on the situation. What you'll notice is that this significantly lowers the barrier to getting into off-roading. You don't have to be an experienced off-road enthusiast to enjoy the outdoors. Even someone who's completely new to this kind of driving can use the vehicle to explore and experience more. In other words, the overall versatility and playability have been taken to another level. And that's everything for this video. I'll see you in the detailed review. Bye!